steady hand for this thing. I think I did it again. La Yashala, which means to Israel. Elijah, which means to stand. Pour your HaKadah, turn and face the east. Start off with the prayers in the Hebrew. Lord's Prayer. Abanawa, Shabbat Shemayim, Kadash, I.S.U.P.K, Yahweh, I.S.U.P.K, Zayika, I.S.U.P.K, Barataza, Kawa, I.S.U.P.K, Ndandanawa, Akam, Ka, Yawam, Waslak now, Kabawath now, Kasalak now, Kabawath now, Wala'ah. Nabiyai now. Wanasai Wall. Above. Oshai now. Bayan. Ra. Kaya. Laka. Amalakwa. Wal Wathaparath. I will love you. Amen. In English. Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Yahweh, thy kingdom come. Thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread. Give us our debts as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory forever. So be it. Amen. Blessings in Hebrew. Barakatah Yahweh. Why Yahweh Shai. Why Malak Yahweh. Why Alahayim. Tezabaya. Alawap Yahanna. Alawapyam. Hasarayanyam. Hakwatazayanyam. Hakakagayanyam. Wahakwatnyam. Yahweh. Hashem. Yahweh Shai. The water. Amen. In English. Bless you, Yahweh. And Yahweh Shai. And Michael. And the angels. Commander General YAHANNA. The generals. The captains. The officers. The troopers. And the sisters. Yahweh. The name Yahweh Shai. Thank you. So be it. I got the power in the Hebrew. Yahweh. Hashem. Yahweh Shai. Yahweh Kashah. The thunder now. The cop. Akak, Lao Pa'al, Kal Makala, Kal Marawa, Akak, Latahar, Kal Matazariah, Akak, Lahathium, Hamathium, Akak, Arakawath, Atama'ala, Garashun, Hashem, Yahusha, the water. Amen. Yahweh. In the name of Shai. Please give us the power. The power to heal. All manner of sickness. All manner of disease. The power to cleanse the lepers. The power to raise the dead. The power against unclean spirits. To cast them out. In the name of Shai. Thank you. So be it. Psalms 121 in Hebrew. Asha'ah. Ayan ya. Al. Ha-ha ya ya. It's like ha-ha yum. Ma'ayan, Yaba'ah, Isaiah, Ma'an, Yahweh, Aisha, Shemayam, Ra'arataza, Ayathan, Lamawat, Regalka, Alyanawam, Shemarka, Hana'ah, La'ah, Yanawam, Wala'ah, Yayashan, Shawamar, Yasha'ala, Yahweh, Shemarka, Yahweh, Tazalka, Al-Yah, Yamyanka, Yawamam, Hashemash, La'ah, Yakaka, Wayarak, Balayala, Yahweh, Yashamarka, Bakarai, Yashamar, Astupaska, Yahweh, Yashamar, Taza'aka, Waba'aka, Ma'ita'ah, Wa'ibulam. In the English, I will lift up my eyes into the hills. From which cometh my help.
From which cometh my help?
My help coming from the Lord.
My help is from the Lord.
Which made heaven and earth.
Which made heaven and earth.
He will not suffer thy foot to be moved.
He will not suffer thy foot to be
He
moved.
that keepeth thee
He that keepeth thee
will not slumber.
will not slumber.
Behold,
Behold,
he that keepeth Israel
he that keepeth Israel
shall neither slumber
shall neither slumber
nor sleep.
nor sleep.
The Lord is thy keeper.
The Lord is thy keeper.
The Lord is thy shade upon thy right hand.
The Lord is thy shade upon thy right hand.
The sun shall not smite thee by day,
The sun shall not smite thee by day,
nor the moon by night.
nor the moon by night.
The Lord shall preserve thee from all evil.
The Lord shall preserve thee from all evil.
He shall preserve thy soul.
He shall preserve thy soul.
The Lord shall preserve thy going out
The Lord shall preserve thy going
and
out
thy coming in
and thy coming in
from this time forth
from this time forth
and forevermore.
and forevermore.
Psalms 83 in the Hebrew. Alahayim,
Alahayim,
Al-Damalaka,
Al-Damalaka,
Al-Dakakurash,
Al-Dakakurash,
Wa Al-Dashquat,
Al-Dakakurash,
Al,
Al,
Yahanna,
YAHANNA,
Y.A.P.K,
I.S.U.P.K,
Yahamaya,
YAHANNA,
Yawan,
Yawan,
Ra'ash,
Al-I.S.U.P.K,
Al-Imaka, Ya'iram, it's like Ya'ira Yamwa,
I.S.U.P.K,
Sawada,
Sawada,
Wayatha, it's like Wayatha,
Wayatha,
Wa'atazawa,
Wayatazawa,
Al-Tazapanyawaka,
Al-Tazapanyawaka,
Amarwa,
Amara,
Lakawa,
Lakawa,
Wanakakida,
Wanakakida,
Wagayawa,
Wagayawa,
Wala'a,
Wala'a,
Yazakar,
Yazakar,
Sham Yasha'ala,
Shamyasha'ala,
Iwada,
Iwada,
Kaya,
Aya,
Na'awatazawa,
Na'awatazawa,
Laba,
Laba,
Yakadwa,
Yakadwa,
Al-Yaka,
Ayakad,
Baryat,
Barat,
Yakarathwa,
Yakarathwa,
Alahaya,
Alahaya,
Adawam,
Adawam,
Wayashamai,
Wayashama,
Allah,
Allah,
Yam,
Yam,
Mawa'aba,
Ma'aba,
Wahagayam,
Wahagayam,
Gabal,
Abba,
Waimawan,
Wa'amawa,
Wamalak,
Wa'amala,
Halashath,
Alasha,
Amyashabya,
Amishab,
Kazawar,
Tazawar,
Damashawar,
Gamashawar,
Nalawa,
Nalawa,
Imam,
Imam,
Hayawa,
Ayawa,
Zarwai,
Arwa,
Labunya Lala, it's like Labunya Lawat,
Labanya Lawat,
Salah,
Salah,
Asher Laham,
Ashalaham,
Kamadia,
Amadia,
Kasaya,
Kasala,
Sarah,
Kasra,
Kayabyan,
Kayabya,
Manako,
Malaga,
Wayakwashwan,
Malakwasha,
Nashamadwa,
Nashamala,
Bayan,
Bayan,
Baira,
Ira,
Hayawa,
Ayawa,
Daman, Ladama, Shayathamwa,
Sharapwa,
Nada,
Nuka,
Yabawa,
Yabwa,
Ira,
Ira,
Wakazaba,
Ukazaba,
Kazaba,
Ukazaba,
Kazao,
Ukaza,
Na I,
Lana,
Kasa, it's like Kaunasa Yakamwa,
Kana Shamwa,
Ashar,
Ashar,
Marwa,
Amara,
Nayarasha,
Nayarasha,
Lanawa,
Lanawa,
Naathwa,
Naashwa,
Alahayam,
Alahaya,
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 Shayathamwa,
Shayathamwa,
Kagalkaga, Kakash,
Kakash,
Lapanya Raka,
Lapanya Maka,
Kaash,
Kaash,
Daba Ira Ya Ira,
Ira Ya Ira,
Wakalahaba,
Wayalaha,
Dalahat,
Talahat,
Arayam,
Ariyam,
Khan,
Khan,
Daradatma,
Tawadatma,
Basairika,
Wasa Ira,
Rabasa,
Abasha,
Pathka,
Lupa,
Dabahalam,
Tawadatma,
Ala'a, Panyaham,
Kuriyam,
Walawan,
Kuriyam,
Waya,
Waya,
Kwashwa,
Kwashwa,
Shaka,
Shaka,
Yahawa,
Yahawa,
Yashabya,
Yashabya,
Waya Bala, it's like it, Waya,
Waya,
Bahalwa,
Waya,
Ayai,
Ayai,
Waya,
Waya,
Kaparawa,
Kaparawa,
Waya,
Waya,
Badwa,
Abadwa,
Waya,
Waya,
Iwa,
Naiwa,
Kaya Atha,
Kayalata,
Shaka,
Shaka,
Yahawa,
Yahawa,
Badka,
Abadka,
Allah, it's like it, Al-Yawan,
Ayawan,
Al-Kahat Ratazah.
Akaya Ratazah.
In English, keep not thy silence.
Keep not thy silence.
O God,
O God,
hold not thy peace.
hold not thy peace.
Be not still.
Be not still.
O God,
O God,
for lo,
for lo,
thy enemies make a tumult,
thy enemies make a tumult,
and they that hate thee
and they that hate
have lifted up the head.
and lifted up their head.
They have taken crafty counsel against thy people,
They have taken crafty counsel against thy people,
and consulted against thy hidden ones.
consulted against thy hidden ones.
They have said,
They have said,
come,
go,
and let us cut them off
let us cut them off
from being a nation,
from being a nation,
that the name of Israel
the name of Israel,
may be no more in remembrance.
if you no more in remembrance.
For they have consulted together
For they have consulted together
with one consent.
with one consent.
They are confederate against thee,
They have confederate against
the
thee,
tabernacles of Edom,
the tabernacle of Edom,
and the Ishmaelites
the Ishmaelites,
of Moab,
the Moab,
and the Hagarenes,
the Hagarenes,
Gebal,
the Bel,
and Ammon,
the Ammon,
and Amalek,
the Amalek,
the Philistines,
the Philistines,
with the inhabitants of Tariq.
the inhabitants of Tyre.
Asher also
Asher also
is joined with them.
joined with them.
They have hope in the children of Lot.
They have hope in the children of Lot.
Selah,
So Lot,
do unto them
do unto them
as Midianites,
as unto the
as
Midianites,
to Sisera,
as to Sarah,
as to Jabin,
as to the bed,
at the brook of Kisol,
and the brook of Kizar,
which perish at Endor. They become as dung for the earth. Make their nose like Oreb, and like Zeed. Yea, all their princes like Zabah, and as Zabuna, who said, let us take to ourselves the houses of God in possession. Oh my God,
Oh my God!
oh my God,
Oh my God!
oh my God.
Oh my God!
Make them like a wheel,
Make them like a wind,
as the summer before the wind,
as the stubble before the
as
wind,
the fire burneth the wood,
as the fire burns the wood,
and as the flame setteth the mountains on fire.
as the flames set the mountains on fire.
So persecute them with thy tempest,
So persecute them with thy temper,
and make them afraid with thy storm.
and make them afraid with thy storm.
Fill their faces with shame,
Fill their faces with shame.
fill their faces with shame,
Fill their faces with shame.
fill their faces with shame,
Fill their faces with shame.
that they may seek thy name.
That they may seek thy name.
O Lord,
Oh Lord,
let them be confounded,
let them be confounded,
in trouble,
in trouble,
forever.
forever.
Yea,
Yea,
let them be put to shame,
let them be put to shame,
and perish,
and perish,
that men may know,
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 that thou,
that thou,
whose name
whose name
alone
alone
is Yahweh,
is Yahweh,
art the most high
the Most High,
over all the earth.
of all the earth.
So, which means to turn, Yeshavia, may be seated. All right. So, once again, we're back at it. You know what I'm saying? This is the Sabbath service. The Sabbath service. So-called Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. So-called Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. This is your culture. This is who you are, your heritage as a people. All right. And of course, we are getting into the Hebrew. All right. There are many who question. There are many who try to, debunk this information. All have failed. All have failed. The Bible, you know what I'm saying, in the library is in the history section, right? It's not fiction. It's the history section. So, so-called Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, the prayers that we just went over, this is out of the scripture. This is out of the Bible. These aren't scripture. These aren't prayers that we made up. Psalms 83, Psalms 121. This is the same Bible, that the court justices, get sworn in off of, right? The same Bible, that your marriage ceremonies, is presided over, under, right? The same Bible, when you go into court and you're facing your baby mamas, criminal convictions, whatever, the same Bible, do you swear to tell the truth? Nothing but the truth, so help you God, right? And then, of course, on the dollar bill, it's every bill there is, it says what? In God we trust. On the quarters, on the nickels, on the dimes, on every form of currency, it's in God we trust. But of course, it's always followed up with what? Well, the court system won't. George Washington is on the dollar bill, right? Ben Franklin is on the what? 100? You understand? Grant is on the 50? I don't know who's on a $10 bill, but it doesn't matter. Not to me, it doesn't make a difference. Because this Bible is true and true. Look, we see the yay thing going on. You see what's the Tory Lanez joint? Yeah. Yeah. I was like, hold on, man. Don't be throwing that name out there, man. She's on my blacklist. I don't want to hear that name. You know what I'm saying? Listen, man. Tell that sister to get in class. Both of them sisters to get in class. You understand? I don't care. Listen, Megan is a great actor. They're both great actors, actually. Mm-hmm. You understand? They're both great actors. I think somebody called the one out. It's like, Meg is making the story because she doesn't want to be known as Cheddar Bob. Cheddar Bob did what? What does Cheddar Bob do? He shot his own self.
How humiliating is that? When you putting on this persona. If I listen, I haven't been following it like that. I've only caught glimpses though. I only caught glimpses, but something came across my line and it's just like a whole spiel with Megan Thee Stallion. The Stallion was talking about they had to go through her body counts. They brought out her body counts. And it was just like her boyfriend was there. Her man was there. You understand? Let me say what it is. Her husband was there. I mean, I almost compared it to the, the woman at the well. It's like, oh, go back to where's your husband? I have none. Okay. But no, she's claiming this is her man. But what came in question was, her interaction with Corey. Who's the basketball player? What's the name?
Ben Simmons.
Ben Simmons. It was questionable. It was not confirmed, but it was questionable. What was the other person that they hadn't mentioned?
The baby.
Oh, the baby. Good night. So yeah, Tory, Ben Simmons, the baby. Those were just from this year, or was it this year or last year that happened? Last year was it? I don't know. That's just from that time period. The body count from that year. It's shameful. She don't want to see her family. She don't want to see her friends. That persona that we put on for social media, when you really take it off, the sister gets past her 20s, which she considers to be her prime, right? When she's ready to settle down and have a husband. Oh, forget about my past. No, sis, we're gonna talk about your past. But you know where, I'm saying, that can be left in the past? Where it means absolutely nothing here? Anybody have an idea?
And the truth.
What's that again?
And the truth.
And the truth. How so?
You repent. Tell her from that old man. Now nobody gonna bring it up.
Okay.
That old man's died.
That what?
Old man died.
So whoever that past person was, it doesn't matter. I think a brother asked me that the other day. He said, so, what if, Shorty, you kicking it with, she got a reputation. I said, who they knew her by once. There's a precept for that too. It's a heavy one too. What she was known by once, they don't know about that. This isn't who I'm dealing with. This isn't who's here with me right now. This is a completely different person. You understand? Like she's dressed different. Oh, who that right there, man? Yo, I ain't never seen this sister before. Right. Why? Because they don't know that old person, that whore, that harlot, that shame-faced broad, who they ain't gonna show this to daddy. Don't show this to mama. You understand? Meg's statement that was put out there was, it's a shame that my boyfriend, had to sit there and hear her counts. To see, how disgusted. It was like, yeah, I get the leftovers of the baby. I get the leftovers of Ben Simmons. I get the leftovers of Tory Shet. Dang, I thought I was getting something exclusive. Like, let that sit in your mind for a second, man. You out here thinking like I'm getting exclusive, man. You know how difficult it must be to get with Megan Good? You know how difficult it must be to get with a Megan Stallion? In our minds, to get with Angela Bassett, damn near impossible, right? You gotta be Denzel Washington caliber or something of that nature. Like that's like what, like the common man is probably thinking. But those aren't gems, to us. They're not gems hearing the truth. Why? Because, as her boyfriend just found out, She's been tossed to and fro like a ship on the ocean. Anyways, let's get into it though. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is the truth, of course, though. Hey, Shalom, you know what I'm saying? I see the brother, you know what I'm saying, from Jersey. All right. We're picking up 2 Kings chapter 15, verse 23, verse 29. It is 23 to 29. And of course, you know, the same way that we was just talking about, you know, the stallion and the affliction and everything else, the shame, the deeds that have been done. I think somebody said, we find out now that, you know, black women are protected. That was one of the claims that was made. We find that black women truly are protected. Listen, I don't know if Kelsey Holmes? What's her name? Kelsey, her best friend, her ex-best friend. The one that's barely from the streets. Like, she about that life, I guess. Apparently, you know what I'm saying, Kelsey, whatever her name is, you know, whatever, you know, went down, it's like, well, she ain't say Kelsey did it. But Tory, you know what I'm saying, who carries himself as a hot-headed, you know, cat. What happened? It was easy to say, yeah, Tory did it. I don't know if he went to, hey, give me the gun, whatever, look. I don't know none of that stuff. But he had gunpowder residue on his person. But gunpowder residue was never apparently checked, you know what I'm saying, for a stabbing. Anybody that's doing a good investigation will say, okay, well, you know, let's, you know, check. Because if she just cheddar bob herself, that's, you know what I'm saying? You're going to clown the heck out of her. That reputation, up and coming artist. Yeah. And now, what is it? The Shade Room is where I saw that post. That's what it was. With stuff that was going on with Meg, she's saying this is shameful. That's something, man. That's something. So we're at 15:23. And of course, you know, the last king that we was reading about, how long was he around?
I think he did like 10 years.
10 years? Man,
I'm not sure.
10 years. We went from a month to 10 years. We went from 52 years. And of course, you know, fell off in his latter years. I think he did like 48, you know what I'm saying? Sound mind of everything. And then, you know, the last 4 finally, you know, caught him, right? So 2 Kings chapter 15, starting at verse 23. If you have the Tanakh, you know what I'm saying, you can follow the Tanakh. Of course, if you don't have the Tanakh, there's, you know, apps, you know, that you can use for your Apple device. It's the Blue Letter Bible. For those who don't have an Apple, you know what I'm saying, you can go to blueletterbible.com and follow it from there. All right. So 2 Kings chapter 15, verse 23. 15, verse 23. All right, most high in Christ. Bashanath, Kamasham, Kamashayam, Shana'ah, La'izar, Yahah, Malak, Yahawada, Malak, Pakayah, Ban, Manakam, Al, Yasha'ala, Bashamara, Wan, Shanathayam, verse 24. Waya Aish, Hara'ai, Ba'ira Naya, Yahweh, La'ah, Sarah, Makapa, Arwath, Yaraba'ain, Ban, Nabat, Ashar, Hakasa, Ya'ah, Ath, Yasha'ala, verse 25. Waya Kushar, Allah Yawah, Pakwak, Van, Lamala Yahawa, Shala Yashawa, Wayaka Hawa, Bashamara Wan, Banara Marwan, Bayath, it's like a Bayath, Malak, Hamalak, Ath, Arab, Aragaba. Yeah, Aragaba. Wa'ath, Ha'ara Yaha, Wa'ima Kamashayam, Ayash, Mabanaya, Gala Ida Yum, Wa'ama Yatha Hawa, Waya Malak, Daka Daya Wa, verse 26. Okay. Waya the Ra, Debaria, Pakwaka Yaha, Wakal, Ashar, Ashaha, Hana, it's like here, Hanam, Hanama, it's like here. Kathawa, Bayam, Al, Sapar, Debaria, Haya, Maram, Bayam, Mala, Kaya, Yasha'ala, verse 27, Bashanath, Kama, it's like Kamashiam, Bashayam, Shanaha, La'a, Zara, Yaha, Malak, Yahawada, Malak, it's like Kwak, Ban, Ramala, Yahweh, Al, Yasha'ala, Bamama, it's like Bamama, Rara, Waran, Ashara, Yum, Shanaha, verse 28, Waya Aish, Haya, Hara'ai, Ba'aya, Bayana, Yahweh, La'a, Sarah, Man, Kasa, Rath, Yara, Ba'aim, Ban, Nabat, Ashar, Hakasa, Ya'ah, Ath, Yasha'ala, verse 29, Baya, Maya, Bakwak, Malak, Yasha'ala, Ba'ah, Dagalath, Halasara, Malak, Ashawa, Ra, Waya, Ka, Ath, Ira, Wawan, Wa'ath, it's like Wa'ath, Abo, Bayath, Ma'aika, Ha, Wa'ath, Yana, Wak, Wa'ath, Quadash, Wa'ath, Kataza, Wara, Wa'ath, Hagala, Aida, Wa'ath, Hagala, Yala, Ha, Kal, Arataza, Napat, it's like Napath, Laya, Waya Galam, Ashara, Ha. All right, Most High in Christ. Yeah, I ain't gonna hold you. That was different. I wanted to keep going. It was definitely different, man. That's all I can say. It was different. How y'all, if you could, you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna have you read the 7. If you got the mic, Baba Kashaf.
This is the book of 2 Kings, chapter 15, verse 23. In the 5th year of Azariah, king of Judah, so like
2 Kings 15:23, right? The 50th.
In the 50th, in the 50th year of in the 50th year of Azariah, king of Judah, Pekahiah, the son of Menahem, began to reign over Israel and Samaria and reigned 2 years. 24. And he did that which was evil in the sight of the Lord. He departed not from the sins of Jeroboam, the son of Nebat, who made Israel to sin. Verse 25. But Pekah, the son of Ramaliah, a captain of his, conspired against him and smote him in Samaria, in the palace of the king's house, with Argob and Ariah, and with 50 men of the Gileadites. And he killed him and reigned in his room. Verse 26. And the rest of the acts of Pekahiah and all that he did, behold, they are written in the book of the Chronicles of the Kings of Israel. Verse 27. In the 52nd year of Azariah, king of Judah, Pekah, the son of Ramaliah, began to reign over Israel and Samaria, and reigned 20 years. Verse 28. And he did that which was evil in the sight of the Lord. He departed not from the sins of Jeroboam, the son of Nebat, who made Israel to sin. Verse 29. In the days of Pekah, king of Israel, came Tiglath-Pileser, king of Assyria, and took Ijon and Abel Beth Makkah and Janoah and Kadesh and Hazor and Gilead and Galilee, all the land of Naphtali, and carried them captive to Assyria.
Right. I know, right? So, the same sentiments. It's like, get that in, it's like, As I was saying, just picking up, you know what I'm saying, as what we've been going over, for weeks now. Like, can anybody tell me why is what we're going over significant? Can anybody want to take a stab at as why what we're reading, what we're doing is significant?
It's likely because we're the generation that's coming up that's learning from the sins of our forefathers, and where they went wrong out in the sight of the Lord. Why we're here today in captivity.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So, what is it? I think it was yesterday. Let's see if I can get this information. I'm not going to take long. Is it? Damn. Came right up too. So, Slacky, get that. Slacky, you too wild? I think you too wild. All right. I think we lost sound for a minute. I don't care if we what was I saying? Oh, she decides to go to the church and she does the whole, well, I don't give a damn. You understand? Look at these cats, man. I don't want to come in here, you know, and all right, the water, sir. It's crazy. But I don't care if she decides to go to the church and say, listen, man, I'm turning my life over. I'm no longer Meg the Stallion, you know what I'm saying? I'm Meg of whatever. I'm not, this is exclusive. He only gets this, you understand? I'm his now. Forget this, put this in the past. I don't care. If that's what she chooses to do, she could do that. She could. If she's truly sorry. If she cares for that man, right? She doesn't have to go get to the marriage certificates on us. They can live, you know what I'm saying? They can cohabitate. Sex is marriage. Y'all already done had the marriage. General Muhammad was breaking it down in the class, right? He was breaking the whole thing down. Wait. Did the courts have to tell you that you can sleep with this man? No. But the courts doesn't acknowledge the fact that your marriage isn't solidified until you do what? Have sex. So what are we talking about? She's already off the market. Unless she really doesn't belong to. Ooh. Going back to that verse I was saying in the very beginning, right? There is something that she could do that is heavy right now. You know what? I admit it. Oh, good night. It was just funny though. She admitted. She shot herself. She did it herself. Whatever, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't Tori. It wasn't Kelsey, whatever. You know what I'm saying? She did it. Go do your 18 months. Walk away from this rap music career, whatever. Do whatever time you got to do. Come back out and let it be Meg, you know what I'm saying, the righteous or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't give a damn, whatever the hell you want to call it, whatever name you want to go by. But let it be Meg the right. You understand? And now people can be talking about, oh man, Meg's crazy. It's foolish. No, man, I respect that. How many sisters' lives would you infect in a positive way? Ye came out and he said, we are the Jews. In the interview, he said, we're the Jews. That was heavy. That was heavy. It was just a real conversation. It was like the way we sit in this room right now. He was just like, hey, yeah, we the Jews. They Jewish. It was just like, what's wrong about what he said? There's nothing wrong with what he said. Unless they're trying to, hide it. They're trying to conceal it. Right? Go ahead. Let's keep breaking this down.
Verse 24, 25, verse 25. But I.S.U.P.K, the son of Ramaliah, a captain of his, conspired against him and smote him in Samaria, in the palace of the king's house, with Argob and Ariah, and with him 50 men of the Gileadites. And he killed him and reigned in his room.
And he did what?
And he killed him and reigned in his room.
Right. There was a time, you know what I'm saying, when, we'll probably come back to see that soon. We'll probably see that. What they say, they didn't assassinate Putin 7 times? They said Putin's been killed 7 times. He has so many copies of himself. What are you talking about? You know what I'm saying? Like, he's slipping out of one skin into a new skin. Oh, that's his cousin. That's his uncle. Like, okay. who cares? But the assassination attempts and all this other stuff, though, look, this brother did not turn back from the misdeeds that he was doing. Brothers and sisters out here, y'all can turn back from your misdeeds, or you can keep going the way you go. You may have an Eddie Long, you know what I'm saying, you know, grace period, which could be for some years. But of course, you know what I'm saying, Eddie Long will have to go face judgment. In his rebirth, he could be, you know, I don't know, he could be the blind cat, you know what I'm saying, born with, you know, herpes or some type of mutation. I don't know. He could be born, you know what I'm saying, where he has to be cared for every day of his life because of what he has done. That's the judgment of the Most High. It's not my call. You understand? You can change what you have done. You heard the truth. You saw the brothers in the streets. You saw, you know what I'm saying, food donations. You saw the Sabbath service, and you watched it from afar. You lift not up a finger to help. Go ahead.
Verse 26. And the rest of the acts of Pekahiah and all that he did, behold, they are written in the book of the kings of, or the chronicles of the kings of Israel.
It said in the rest of the acts, yeah, he reigned what, 10 years? So there you go. That was it. He reigned for 10 years. It was a short time period. Why? His actions, you know what I'm saying, weren't necessarily of the Most High. It's not like he was doing something righteous. Go ahead.
I think he reigned 2 years.
Oh, 2 years. Okay. Got
it. Verse 27. In the 52nd year of Azariah, king of Judah, Pekah, the son of Remaliah, began to reign over Israel and Samaria and reigned 20 years.
He did what?
And reigned 20 years.
Not bad. It's not 14. It's not 10. He reigned for 20. Let's see what happens.
In verse 28, and he did that which was evil in the sight of the Lord. He departed not from the sins of Jeroboam, the son of Nebat, who made Israel to sin.
Oh, I mean, we tried to give him a chance. Gave him 20 years. He did the same thing. What happened after that? What came of it?
Want to read?
Yeah.
Verse 29. In the days of Pekah, the king of Israel, came Tiglath-Pileser, king of Assyria, and took Ijon and Abel-Beth Makkah and Janoah and Kadesh and Hazor and Gilead and Galilee, all the land of Naphtali, and carried them captive to Assyria.
There we go. So, fought the Assyrians 3 times successfully. I think the 4th time we read here, they were paid to stay away. Here we are now. There is no staying away. There is no stay of the hand. Now you all will have to go to captivity because you had the chance to do it yourselves. Obviously, you couldn't do it yourselves. So now you're going to have to learn the hard way. It kind of sounds like, you know, so-called blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans living in a land that is not theirs, ruled by another, being told what to do. I don't know. Does that sound familiar? Okay. No sweat. Any questions? All right, most Christ, listen. Tonight, 7 o'clock. 7 o'clock. What is it? What is it? Feast of Hanukkah, right? Feast of Hanukkah. This is the celebrations that we're supposed to have tonight. Feast of Hanukkah. We're not supposed to be out here like, oh, Christmas. Christ was, brother, you shared the article, right? Christ wasn't born in Christmas. We know that. We know he wasn't born, you know what I'm saying, in the month of December. But people says, put Christ back in Christmas. It's supposed to be about what? Let's see how Putin feels, you know what I'm saying, about Christmas. Wait. Didn't we go over that before? What was the event? Was it? It was Easter, right? It was going on around Easter time. So, you know, you had Ukrainians, and then you had, you know, Putin, you know what I'm saying, Russians, both doing their thing. And it was Sunday, right? And there's just like, yes, they both seem to serve the same God. But of course, the one said, we want justice. My entire family is dead right now. The broad said, she said, Captain Zaniel was bringing it out. He said, her husband, her son, I think, you know, her parents, all dead. She just so happened to make it out. So what do you want? Putin's dead. Putin has to die. Why? Because of the evil that he's been doing. I mean, that's of course, you know, according to what they're saying, whatever. Look, I ain't do what y'all gotta do. Y'all work that out. Family's problem. The Ukrainians, the Russians, y'all got that. You know what I'm saying? But the US is like, here, don't say nothing about this. It was just hit me back later. Sure enough, you know what I'm saying? That's what, rooting for the Russians to lose against the Ukrainians. The Ukrainians start picking stuff up. Well, you remember, you know what I'm saying, that what we gave you during that time when y'all was messed up? But now you owe us. Suddenly, you know what I'm saying, y'all see the economy change back here in the States. But yet, you know, it's difficult for y'all to get jobs. It's difficult, you know what I'm saying, to put food on the table. Milk is $5 a gallon. $5 a gallon. Are you kidding me? I remember when you could put $5 a gallon of gas in the car. Is that like 30 years ago? You can put $5 a gallon and fill your car up. Like, it was something. You put $5 a gallon, it's like, where you want to go? Like, to the corner store? Hey, so we driving to the corner, right? Like, we just going to drive down the street and put $5 in. You got to pay like $60 a week just to put gas in. You put almost $300. Hey, man, you know, it might be worth, you know, moving to a bigger city. New York City might not be that bad, I guess. I don't know. Go ahead.
You're going to be driving in them little cars. They got all them city bikes and everything now. You can rent and drop them off everywhere.
I get it. No wonder why nobody has cars in the city, right?
Jump on a train or something.
Yeah. How about a train? Of course, everything's being paid for rent.
Yeah.
You got to pay for the rent just to stay there.
Yeah. And you know, when I moved up here, I was renting a room down there for $500. And I came up here, there was like whole houses and stuff for $500-$600 to get the rent. And that was at least like 10 years, 10, 15 years. That was amazing.
Yeah.
And like right now, I know a lot of people moving from down there because since they had that, when I lived down there, it was only brothers and sisters from all different Caribbean countries living there. Now the white people moving and now they're rent double.
Of course.
You know what I'm saying? So now all those people they moving out of the city now into all these other small towns.
Yeah, I think they said Charlamagne's getting evicted. I don't know. I don't know. It's just a rumor, speculations, whatever. Jay-Z is evicted Charlamagne. He's like, it's not the personal, it's just business, man. It's just business. Like, I don't even know if Jay-Z knows. It's like, why should I care? Mm-hmm. Right? This is, man, like, they taking the 8 floors of the building. Like, I'm not going to get involved. I'm going to get my piece. I'm going to get my little coin. So, you know, with that, of course, you're saying, you know, we can come together and we can build up one another. You understand? Like the talents, the skills, you know, brothers have and sisters have. You know what I'm saying? Put it to use for your own people. You see something about to happen, hey, Slacky says, nah, you don't need to, hey, yo, somebody get her an Uber, man. Somebody, you know what I'm saying? Whatever. Why? Because save the brother life, save the sister life, man. What's about to happen with the whole Christmas thing?
People are going to die.
People are going to die. What did they talk about just now? Northside house completely, you know what I'm saying, 5 people displaced, right? What was the cause of it? Anybody know? Chances are there was a tree that was plugged in that caught electrical. Chances are. I don't know if that was. But there's going to be so many people that's going to be displaced because Christmas tree. In German, it's O Tannenbaum. I learned that when I was like 6 years old. 6. Why the hell am I learning German and Christmas tree, you know what I'm saying, as a 6-year-old child? That's what the schools was teaching. I don't remember who the hell it was, but it's just I can speak a little bit of German because of that. I've learned a little bit of German. We had to learn it in the music class. So your sons, your daughters are going to go to school and they're going to be like, you know what I'm saying? They're like, that's what they do every year. They give them a little bit. It's just like you're learning another language. But you're also learning what?
Customs of the heathen.
Say that again?
Customs of the heathen.
Learning the custom of the Hebrew. How's your Hebrew? How's your Hebrew? Y'all was all following along in the Hebrew, right? I ain't gonna hold you. I was definitely trying to read it a little faster. See if I could keep up. just a little faster. But I mean, I found the flaws. Just like go with it. You understand? I mean, you can sit here and you can read a book. You said, "Howbeit the high places were not removed; the people sacrificed and burned incense still in the high places." Well, why not read the Hebrew the same way? You should be able to look at it and just like, yeah, this makes sense. Even as, you know what I'm saying, we do the prayers. I.S.U.P.K, YAHANNA. You understand? Saranyam. Saran is what? Captain. Ha and the captains. Man. Just little bits. Little pieces. Before you know it, we having a full-blown conversations. And I ain't gonna hold you. I definitely kind of like shocked at myself. I was just like, oh. Until we said, what was his name? Gilead or something like that? Gilead. I was just like, hold up, man. You know, that was a tongue twister a little bit. But it's the practice and repetition for years. Kobe didn't become Kobe, I'm saying. Where's Kobe? Kobe didn't become Kobe. Listen, man, I low-key hate on Kobe. That's my thing. None because he did something to me personally. I don't give a damn. I already told you that. But Kobe was able to go 4 o'clock in the morning, he's in the gym. 8 o'clock in the morning, he's in the gym. 12, you know what I'm saying? 12 o'clock, he's back in the gym. 6 o'clock, he's back in the gym. He's getting in 4 workouts. You won't even get in 1. So you want to make up a little bit by the off season. Yeah, I remember John Manzini, Johnny Football. Where is he at right now? Say that again. He went from what's the different leagues? He went from the NFL, looking like, and he was just like, I was just wanted to party. He went to the Browns. Remember that? Johnny Football, Heisman winner as a freshman or something like that. Are you kidding me? He was just too busy trying to party. He's too busy trying to have fun, have a good time. Like, we don't care about Johnny. You know what I'm saying? Nobody cares. He's not one of us. So do as he pleases. That's great. You understand? He went from the NFL to the CFL, right? To the, what was that thing that they had for like 2 weeks? ATL or something like that? I don't know. No, the XFL lasted longer than 2 weeks, though. See, so he went from the NFL, CFL to like the A league or something. I don't know. And then he went to the, what did you just say? XFL or something like that. And he did that for like a year or so. That's Johnny Football for you. Why do we care? Doesn't matter. Who's the best soccer player, you know what I'm saying, on the planet? There you go. Something that we do, you know what I'm saying, we've been doing from the aisle. We ain't gonna talk about the States. we talk about our brothers and sisters, you know what I'm saying, over on the aisle. They've played soccer since, you know what I'm saying, child. He talked about when he was homeless. He talked about when he didn't have food to put, you know what I'm saying, on the table. But he still worked at it. And now he is 37? And they still, who's the best player? 37-year-old Ronaldo. 37-year-old Ronaldo. Ain't that something? He's beyond his years. But he's still the top player, which says what? We are the salt of the earth, man. We are a great and amazing people. Put our talents, man. I'm not going to hold you. I'm looking forward to the feast tonight, man. The feast for tonight. I'm looking forward to it. We're going to have some strong, and we're going to have some great food. Be here, or I don't want to hear about it. Because I know where I'm going to be. Listen, y'all going to see me all over here taking pictures. And you damn right. So like, look at this, man. I want to remember this every time. Ooh, this food right here, man. So like, you understand? But listen, man, it's I'm looking forward to it. Why? Because it's a good time to be amongst brethren, amongst your sisters. Every time the cookout in Cali, Vegas, what? We just heard how amazing that was, man. Just heard it was amazing. People who looked at us like, they said they came in for the first time and they didn't look around like, I gotta look over my shoulder. That's powerful. To walk in and feel as if the brother said, he don't do crowds. He had past experiences and everything else stuff. So with that, he always look over his shoulders, checking this, checking that. You know where he's at. But he came in to the Israelite School Universal Practical Knowledge, and he was just like, okay. He was chilling, vibing, right? As they say, good vibes only. Just enjoying the good vibes, the brotherhood. Experience what the kingdom is like. That's something, though. To come in and be at peace. And then to walk out, how can you go back to that? Don't let Satan get in your head and tell you, I'm saying otherwise. Salakia, I'm going to go ahead and end that class, man. We way over time, Salakia. I was trying to keep it, short, but let's not, I'm saying, continue going in a way that we're not supposed to. Let's stick to the law, statutes, commandments of the Most High. Build this brotherhood up, man. Build sisters up, man. So that they are something not to have to be shameful of. So that it's not something that's just like, well, I gave. No, sis. You did something amazing. And you should be honored. Look, man, that brother and that, I don't know what she was, probably Edomite, whatever. 9 kids by 28. That's amazing. 9 kids by 28. Sisters nowadays is just like, I gotta live. Right. You ain't messing up my body. Cardi B came out and said, don't do it. Cardi B. She said she thought she needed, you know what I'm saying? And then later on, she realized, she goes, it had her jammed up. Even though she was jammed up, she started to go back to the same woman who did her, first procedure. Just because she felt she needed it. Here she is now older saying, no, don't do it. That's stuff that brothers and sisters need to hear. Our daughters need to hear that. You look at a Cardi B and you like, oh, Cardi B. You think that she's not having those same thoughts that Meg is having? Why won't you let your kids listen to WAP? That's a hit song, ain't it? Should you know what I'm saying? Should they learn? They should learn what you do. No, you don't want your children learning WAP? That's something. With that, Majum, we'll play you out the dud, turn to face the east. It's like this. For time's sake, we're going to do the Lord's Prayer. Salakia. In Hebrew. Abanawa. Shabbat Shemayim. Wadash. I.S.U.P.K. Yahweh. Malak with Ka. Baba'ah. Abzaika. I.S.U.P.K. Baratza. Kawa. Ayah. Bashemayim. Adonanawa. Lakam. Ka. Yawam. Wasalat now. Kabawath now. Kasalat now. Kabawath now. Wala'ah. Daba'iyah now. Manasam Wall. Above. I was shy now. Bayan. Ra. Kaya. Laka. Amalakwa. Wath Allah. Wath Para. I will love you. Amon. In English. Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Yahweh, thy kingdom come, thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread. Forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever. So be it. Amen. So, which means turn. Sisters, Yashavia, y'all may be seated, sisters. Brothers, one courteous salute. Men of Israel. Majah. Shabbat. Majah. Barak. Yahweh Hashem Yahushua Brakadam. Yes, my time. So, one courteous salute to the sisters. Majah. Shabbat. Majah. Barak. Yahweh Shamar Adam by Hashem Yahushua. Yes, my time. Class dismissed. Anybody that wants to be anointed, of course. All right, so those of you that's online, of course, don't forget tonight's Feast of Hanukkah. Make sure, you know what I'm saying, y'all come join us, of course. Food, you're going to, tune in with the manager, YAHANNA, in regards to the feast tonight. Shalom.